Okay, we are driving around the world today. I actually have a Friday that was totally roped off to work on my subscription box. And this morning, I love when I can come into that box having just thought about that I get to work on the whole day. You know, this is going to be my life. Like, this is the next step for me, is to kind of create this magical story and play with my friends in a different way. And I'm excited about that. And as I kind of go through things, so today is a magical day. This morning I had some big breakthroughs, and it is also the bachelor and bachelorette party weekend for my kids who are getting married this weekend, this summer. And so my son's been on a trip. Tegan has her big day tomorrow. And oh, my heart just breaks for youth that, you know, her friends are, you know, they live lives that are very much yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Like, they just, it's hard to have my personality type and then watch youth be youth, right? Like, if you say you're going to do it, then do it. If you know, like, they just don't understand. Like, Tegan has put in every dime she has to have this party, and she's just trying to make it all work, and she's trying to work double shifts, and they're just working so hard. So, you know, I'm like, okay, well, her friend canceled at the last minute, and I'm like, you know, and I know her friends, like, they are just trying to always have enough for gas money, and so money's really tight. So I'm like, look, how much was it? Then she's like, well, this is what I offered. And I'm like, how about if I just send you a little money and ease your mind? And she's like, that would be so great. And I put a number in my head because someone had just paid me like a buddy call fee. So thank you, Angela. I just gave your money for so that someone could have a tea party. I might actually tell her that right now because she knows Tegan too. So thank you very much for paying that bill, Angela. So I sent her $107, which is a buddy call rate. So I'm like, you know what? It's Friday. Somebody paid me for a buddy call. I'll just give you all that money. And in the end, Angela will love it. And I don't know if Angela paid her own bill or if Kayla paid it for her, but both of them would actually enjoy that information. So I will share that later. And now, so anyway, why am I in the car? And why am I driving across town? I'm driving across town because all week I have tried to let those two just have their week and not have me busybodying around in their life. And it's also that they're separate. So my son's in Oregon and she is here. And so I've been trying really hard. So I had to focus on speaking my truth. So I sent them a note that said, hey, just in case you're psychically feeling that I'm not tapping into you, I am just taking the break from your energy, worrying about your life. Like, I'm taking a break too, and I want you guys to take a break. So if you feel like you want to share a picture, please do, because you're having a wonderful life. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I'm not going to be hounding you or looking for you or whatever. Like, I'm taking the time off. And that was freeing just to speak it, right? Of like, freeing to me to free my mind. And as soon as I did that, everyone was like, oh, okay. And then when they did communicate, they were a lot more thoughtful of, am I calling out of habit? Am I calling out of reason? Like, what? So when I think about how much, now it is 11:30 in the morning on a Friday, and something that if you don't live in Minnesota, you don't understand, but I will explain it to you right now. The reason I'm going so slow on a freeway is because it's 11:30 on a Friday, and the traffic is absolutely going, what am I doing here? I'm going 15 miles an hour. Like, why am I driving at 15 miles an hour? Because it's Friday in the summer in Minnesota, and everyone is going to the lake. So it is Lake Friday. So like, there's no movement here. So we have a little time together. So everyone is going to the lake today. That's hilarious. So going back to the kids, so I just went, let me send you some money. They're traveling, kind of getting it together. I am just thrilled. But here's the big win. I'm going to get the dog. And I'm going to get the dog because our dog has been pouting all week because he's been suffering from the rain, and my dog has something that changed within him where he is now really physically radioactive to rain and that barometric pressure, and it's just murder on that dog. So barometric change, well, it's really like thunder, lightning. It is not his comfort zone. So, but it's just something that happens. It didn't happen when he was little, or I didn't notice it. It's the same amount. It's much louder now. I don't know what that's about. So anyway, the dog's been kind of pouting, and Rusco, my son's dog, has been, just alone a lot. And that dog also, Tegan, is, I already know what's happening, right? She's taking very good care of him. She is a very good caregiver. She loves that dog, but the fact is that she is too tired and exhausted and all of the things to actually, take him for a long walk or whatever. So I'm going to get the dog, is what the short version of that is I'm going to get the dog. My dog has been pouting. They miss each other. And, just give her some kind of, support that she is having these friends over. She's got this big, tomorrow is a big bachelorette party day. And when we had this, she was really sad because she knew that none of her friends had the capacity. And she felt this way about her bridal shower as well. So I was like, I'll take on the bridal shower. And then her grandma did. And you know what? It was perfect. It was perfect. So she got to be loved by her family around this thing in a surprisingly perfect way. And tomorrow, I know, will actually end up perfectly, but half of the people that said they were coming, and so she planned it for those people, are not coming. So it's heartbreaking to see youth be youth. But I also know that I'm just going to wrap her in love, and I'm going to go over there, I'm going to hold her in my arms, and we're just going to go, let's free all of this. Because in one more day, in just 24 hours from right now, 48 hours. In just 48 hours, in 2 more days, at 11:30 in the morning, those two will have been completed all of those tasks, right? Their wedding shower is done, their wedding shower is done, their bridal and groom's parties are done, and they are now, they can now just exhale. So in 48 hours, this is going to be just ready for the next thing and ready for whatever. So I'm feeling really good about them kind of karmically closing the prep loop. And it has been a lot. So it's almost like I feel like we're at the halfway mark, but we're really at the beginning mark. We are halfway, but there's a lot that has to get done, but it is also the first time in this process that we can see that a lot has been done. And that's actually how I feel about my subscription box that I took last week. A week ago, I sent my husband out of town, and well, he sent himself out of town, but I got to take on this big project and get my head around it and feel okay with just reorganizing my thoughts, and it brought me to this day. So that, and there's just a lot going on for me personally right now. I think I brought it up that I'm in therapy, I'm working on a lot of stuff, and I am working on shedding my old life and getting ready for my new life. And you just sort of go, oh yeah, I don't have to do that, right? I don't have to be that person. I don't have to be at that meeting. And it allows me just a chance to have my parasympathetic take down its stress. And what is great about that is, like 2 days ago, I woke up and I instinctively realized, I finally have slept enough that I needed the last 30 days to let my parasympathetic really do the healing. So this summer I have a lot of healing. I have like an hour to sometimes 4 hours a day. Like I'm on an intensive, an hour to 4 hours a day of kind of working through my stuff specifically for my parasympathetic. So what does that mean? It means that I've had some time in the tub, I've had some time in sauna, I've had some time in nature, but I've had time in those areas doing something that helps release. Like, some of that I have literally had to kind of work up. For those of you who maybe have worked in Reiki or something like that, when you are dealing with those healing modalities, you sometimes feel stuff lift off of you. And I am very much that person where I can feel something lift or release or whatever. Sometimes I don't know what it's about, but I know, like, hey, there's something in my neck. I should probably work on that, or just paying attention. So I've had 30 days of that now. And it's still, I have 12 weeks in this process. So I'm at the 1/3 mark for the kids and the wedding and all the stuff that's going on. They feel like they're at the halfway point. Now, I don't care what you feel like, right? Whatever it feels like to you is what matters. To me, I'm like, okay, wow, we really have had a lot done. That's wonderful. And we've had a lot done. And there sure is a lot more to do. And the other thing that came up for me was I'm just going to pay somebody. So we are late in the wedding planner concept, but I think I'm just going to hire somebody. I have kind of 3 people that I'd like to hire for that event. And so I'm going to propose that today of, can we just hire some people to help us? And this is what I can pay them, and let's get the support we need so that, we can have all that stuff done. So I need really someone who can, kind of do some oversight with us on that day and help us kind of get it all together. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna need some helpers, some real creative helpers. So we'll see if anyone has those helpers. Janine might know those people. So I'm gonna just put a post out to say, here's what it pays. It pays you $25 an hour, and this is how many hours we'll need you in that day, and we'll see if you like it. And I'm going to rent a truck for all of the props and stuff. So I'm back to having all of the things, all of the summer parties. They're just going to help me. They're just going to help me. And, last thing about what I wanted to talk about Tegan with is how many little things that they want to do at their wedding. And right now, the big thing to do on the wedding is to make sure that everyone can RSVP. So I had the cards. So she created a card that has you can just sign up for it online. So she created that card. I had them printed. She was like, well, I don't know what paper. I'm like, let's try this pearl. And whew, it worked out. She's like, oh, I like this. I'm like, I think so. So there was another, $100 out the window, which is fine. I have this so that they can have that. That's what money's for, right? Money's going to buy you some choices. And I have been really careful to go, when do you need that money and when do you not? Because they are also very proud of the fact that, they are doing this. Her grandmother, right? Because, we really thought that, her family was going to come with nothing. And her grandmother is the one that has come through. And her grandmother has come through beautifully. And her grandmother threw that thing. And she is a child of grandmother energy. Like, she is a grandma's baby. And I think sometimes more than a mother-in-law to her, I'm kind of that grandma mom energy. But it's a delight. It's a delight. It's a delight to get to have this day. It's a delight to get to have this moment. It is crazy. It is wild. And sometimes those just boring little things, do you need $100? And do you need me to come get the dog? And do you need a hug? Is what you're willing to drive through 15 mph traffic across town on a Friday just to give a hug. Yes, that's what my day is today. And we'll see. I can see right now that Nigel is aware that we are on the Rusco route. So that he is just perked up by the window. I'm pulling up to a stop sign here. I'll show you. That young Nigel has perked up in the background. He is like, oh, I know where I'm at. Oh, yep, yeah. So that's our life. See ya.